morning. It's currently 6:52. I've literally just woken up. It's op day. I'm having all 4 of my wisdom teeth out today. But as part of the procedure before you go in, you can have a light breakfast before 7 AM, which is why I'm up this early. Oh my god. So you can have a light breakfast. So like tea and toast vibes. So I'm currently just popping on some toast before 7 AM. You can then have a few sips of water up until 9 AM. So my plan was to get up and just deal with it, do some work and stuff like that, but I have not been sleeping well the past couple of days because the curveball is that I now have a kidney infection. So I've been dealing with some not very nice symptoms for the last 5 or 6 days now. And I woke up yesterday with quite a lot of pain in my side. And I spent the morning on the phone to doctors and things like that, because obviously the other consideration was just making sure that I could still have the op today. But basically back and forth, got myself a prescription for some antibiotics that isn't going to interfere with the op, so that's still going ahead. I'm just very uncomfortable. So I had to get the train back home yesterday, which is a 3-hour journey to have the op. So my plan is to have the toast. I was not going to sleep through the one meal that I can have, but I'm going to go back to bed and get myself up for about 9 o'clock so I can have a little bit of water and then just crack on. I'm going to savour this. I get so hangry. I get such bad food moods. So this is literally going to be my last meal until I wake up. I'm going under, which is why I'm just probably seems really dramatic with just getting the wisdom teeth out, but I'm going under general anaesthetic because I'm getting all 4 taken out. So obviously I'm going through the normal procedures for someone having surgery because I'm going under. I'm not being dramatic. My stepdad's just being an arsehole today. He's had his quadruple bypass a month ago and now he's getting cocky because he's on the other side. Anyway, I did a click and collect order yesterday in preparation, so I just thought I'd walk through what I've actually bought myself. And as a side note, vegan veggie stuff is actually quite difficult to try and cater for, so just gone with a load of different soups, but the least chunky that we could get, a bunch of different jellies, usual oat milk so I can make smoothies. I've also bought myself some frozen fruit that I can have with protein powder, bulk it up a bit. I got a bunch of these. My stepdad's convinced that they are baby food. To be fair, it doesn't say on the packaging, but they basically are. So I've just got a whole bunch of those. Alpro yogurts I can have. There's more back there. And then a fat tub of ice cream that I probably will get more of. Okay, I've had a quick shower. I've taken off my nail polish because I had a little bit left over from holiday. And I've now got to take out all my piercings. So when I had my pre-admission, consultation over the phone, whatever, she just rattled all this stuff and I just didn't even think about it. I'm getting my wisdom teeth out and I feel like I'm going through the same preparation as someone having major surgery. So I feel a bit silly, but I've got to get it done. But just to give some context to this whole piercing thing, I have 17 piercings. To be fair, 5 of these are in the lobe, there's another 3 here, so it's just the remainers. I've got 2 there, I've got 4 in this one. I also have my nose, my belly button, and another one. So I've got to get all of them out, and I did ask her, I was like, sorry if this sounds like a silly question, because when I had my MRI I had to take out all of my face and ear ones, but I could leave the others in. This time I've got to get everything out. So yeah, so I've got to get 10 piercings out and they're all proper bars and rings. So I'll update. I'm very stressed about it. So I'm just gonna start simple and work my way along, I think. Okay, I've just got to be really careful not to drop any of the balls. That's the first one out. These are gonna look awful. Okay, this is out. These two are out. Oh my lord. These two I'm incredibly stressed about. This one, I've just got no idea where to start. I think we're gonna have to get the pliers out. I'm not even gonna lie, like some of these haven't come out for, what, 7, nearly 8 years? Ah! I've got no idea how the hell I'm ever gonna get that back in, but that one's out. Nope, I can't. These had to come out. We're 8 out of 10 down. It's literally just this one and this one that I physically can't get out. So we've ended up just taping that and that. We've done a urine sample. We're just waiting for the anaesthetist. I've seen my surgeon, so it's basically go time after they've been to see me. So we're serving looks right now. Looks. I'm awake, but my lower part of my jaw is completely numb. I feel like a proper fish. Just feel like I woke up and I'd had a nap. It's really a bit surreal. I feel like I'm just very groggy. It was just a very weird experience. I feel okay at the moment. It's currently 5:15. I got here at 12:30. Surgeon said he's happy. I'm not in any pain at the moment, but I'll just get sent home with a goodie bag. It's just the weirdest thing. I'm just watching myself like, what the fuck? I can't move. But I'm doing okay at the moment. I just am very thirsty and I need to eat. I need to eat. I'm home. I got some food delivered. They kind of tried their best. They just stuck with fruit. So I tried sucking on a bit of orange and that wasn't really happening because my lip is just so numb. I can't like physically suck. So I mashed up a bit of banana and had that. So I could get discharged once I'd eaten and once I'd had a wee. Did both those things, and then it was just getting the cannula out and getting my discharge papers. So I can't say my B's or my V's. Yeah. So I've been sent home with my goodie bag. So I've basically got antiseptic mouthwash. I can't like puff my cheeks and like rinse it the normal way, so I've got to like shake my head side to side for the next 2 days. You wouldn't believe he had a fucking quadruple bypass 4 weeks ago. That's a mouthful. So I got that to use. I then got antibiotics, just some super strong painkillers. Because of my kidney, I can't have my anti-inflammatory, so they gave me some like prescribed ibuprofen, which we had to not take. Currently, I'm not experiencing any pain, just a bit of discomfort, and I don't know if you can see, this side is like a lot more swollen than this side, so it's just puffy as fuck right now. Yeah, I feel like I've had Botox or plastic surgery and lip filler. It's such a weird sensation. I was dribbling earlier as well. Hi team. So it is officially day 1 of like recovery. Obviously got out last night. I did have a bit of food, so I eventually got myself to manage to like suck out of a straw. So I had a like packed smoothie, so like banana, frozen fruit, protein powder, milk, which is quite substantial. So I had like dinner. And then I had a bit of ice cream as well, which is nice. I did manage to sleep not too badly actually. So today, I'm not gonna lie, I did get up and had a little cry just because of the pain. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm very lopsided. This side is incredibly swollen. This side isn't too bad, it's just tender. So you can tell that this is where it was just a case of like a simple extraction. These were the ones, as I said, that have come through a lot more. So it's probably just a case of they could just take them out. This one, I think, is where they had to like break up the tooth because they couldn't get it out. And that is the bit that's really fucking painful, I'm not gonna lie. I did have a little look in my mouth, so I've got stitches on all 4 sides. So to be honest, it's just a case of like I'm not very mobile on this side of my jaw. I think it's more the invasive nature of this part is just causing me a lot of pain. Antibiotics started today, which will help things a little bit. I've obviously got my painkillers for when I need them. My boyfriend's driving up from work today to come and look after me and then take me home, because obviously I've moved out now. For now, fat chipmunk. Ow. Oh, that's good. The only reason the like sucking action is sore is because every time I feel like I suck in my cheeks, it's putting pressure on that tissue around here, which is really swollen. So last night I could do it by like using my tongue, because all of this was obviously completely numb. So it's the shape that I have to form to do it that's more the problem than actually doing it, if that makes sense. So for today, which actually I'm not complaining about, because last couple of weeks moving has been very stressful, lots of flat pack, so I'm gonna take the time off as a win. So yeah, smoothie for lunch, and then I'll see how soup goes tonight. Hello. So today is Wednesday. It's almost a week since op. Quite honestly, it's been a mad few days. So the Saturday, I had to pack up my last remaining bits to move. Then on Sunday we drove back to the flat and I pit stopped at my friend's powerlifting competition. So we did get out. I'm not gonna lie, my antibiotics and painkillers were kind of making me feel a bit woozy. So it was a bit of a weird vibe, but to be honest, it's then just been kind of like back to work. So in terms of me, myself, functioning absolutely fine. I'm back on solids. I did have a few days of actual baby food. The weekend then consisted pretty much of pop noodles and soup, so just kind of like easing into solid foods again. But I'm still having a couple of complications, so I don't know if you can see this sort of yellow patch here. That's bruising. So these 4, top here and these 2, hunky-dory, and as I say, I probably would have been fine, but this is the one that they had to, I'm guessing, smash up. So it's just basically a lot of impact. I mean, bruising is good. It means that it's not internal, it's kind of like coming out, but I still have a lump, so I don't know if you can see. I am still a little bit more swollen on this side. It's just sore. I've still got some stitches in and things like that. So generally speaking, for anyone that is maybe getting them out, the actual process is fine. This is literally just a complication and a bit of a curveball, so I can physically feel the swelling and the lump. It's just in my jaw here. It's just going to be from impact and stuff, but the healing process is going well. So my recommendations for anyone that is getting them out or is going under or is having more than one out, just get yourself some liquids, but variety, because I would have died if it was just soup and yogurt. So ice cream, I had lots of smoothies, so frozen fruit, banana, protein powder, so it's that little bit more filling as well. I would just avoid anything super spicy, obviously no alcohol or anything like that that can interrupt the stitching. Just get lots of family favourites, so I had a shit ton of yogurts, ice creams, smoothies, soups, then ease into it. So I started then with baby foods with little lumps. So if you go and do your research, you know, obviously the different ages you're supposed to be introduced to different solids and stuff. So I started off with like 6 months, so it was just like smooth. I then went to 10 months, so it had a few bits of like lumpy vegetables, but still pretty smooth. And then the last one that I had was 12 months, and it was just like tomato pasta, but it had tiny little pasta shells. So cute. But that just sort of helped me get my jaw moving again, and actually the process of chewing, but just sort of like at the front. Then I went to kind of pot noodles, and I've only just really got into solids again. I didn't try it, but my friends suggested things like mash and gravy. That's probably a good shout. So yeah, just lots of different things so you don't get sick of it all. But yeah, to be honest, other than just this bit, I'm just going to wait and see if the swelling goes down. I've still got a checkup appointment in a couple of weeks, so hopefully it'll kind of go by then. It's just that little bit. I watched back the video after I came out when I was still in hospital, when I hadn't been discharged yet. I watched the video back. I thought I was fine. I can only describe it like, you know that feeling when you're pissed as a fart, but you're trying to convince either a bouncer or your parent that you're really sober, and you think you're doing, at the time, you think you're doing like a really good job, and you're really proud of yourself, and you're like, wow, I am so sober right now. I'm even convincing myself, like, what an actress I am. Give me the Oscar right now. That's genuinely how I felt, and I watch it back and I don't remember taking it. So I just no recollection of doing it. I sent a video to like my coach because it felt so numb. It felt really swollen. Like I literally felt like I'd had like 10 mil inserted into my lips. I've never had my lips done, but that's what I'm guessing it feels like. And I was just inspecting it, but I look so out of it. So out of it, I just don't remember it at all. So that's the only thing, is even if you feel fine, expect to probably embarrass yourself a little bit or make a few weird comments. So yeah, honestly fine. I would just say variety for foods. Expect to make a bit of a tit of yourself if you are going under. Obviously lots of people that just get 1 or 2, it's just like local anaesthetic and you just feel a bit weird, but you're awake. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bit of a weird one. I don't really know why I got the inspiration to vlog it. I just thought for me, myself, mems. But obviously just I didn't really know what to expect kind of going into it, because lots of people had messaged me that were maybe getting 1 or 2 out. So I had loads of really lovely messages and recommendations for, you know, foods, what to expect, and even like medications and stuff. I never actually ended up using any gel numbings or anything, because honestly my jaw was too like tight to actually be able to get back there, and because I just wasn't really chewing anything, I never actually bothered with it. So it's completely up to you. If you've got 1 or 2 and you feel fine, it probably is worthwhile, but because it was all 4 and everything was kind of off limits, I didn't actually bother with the gel or use it. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to vlog it to give maybe a little bit of advice for what to expect, actually to show you the process, advice on what sorts of things to get in, what not to bother with, and stuff like that. So genuinely, it's actually not that bad. The pain's pretty grim for like 2 days. It's just, tooth pain is just very invasive. It's very weird and specific niche thing, but honestly after that it was okay. You can kind of crack on. You might just feel a bit woozy. It depends how you react to painkillers or what you're actually given, antibiotics and whatnot. But yeah, bit of a different one, but I just thought fuck it. So I hope you enjoyed. It's very entertaining for me to do, very entertaining for me to watch back, and it's going to be very entertaining to edit. So usual, comment, like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.